even if I'm off season right now, and even if it's more difficult to actually see what's going on, for me inside of my mind, there's work already taking place. When we just opened up earlier while upstairs, I talked about what a bodybuilder does is they're able to focus their thinking and fix a vision in their mind, fix their thoughts on that vision. So as I'm walking on this Stepmill now, I'm walking, but I'm thinking about what my glutes and my hamstrings are going to look like on stage at the Olympia 2013. Now this is not very different from where I've been at other times in my life, training and getting ready for that great getting up day when everything is going to come together. But the difference between now and then is that I'm not expecting it to just happen or fall out of the sky. I'm working on it now. Not next week, now. The fact that I'm on this Stepmill means that I am working within the idea of what I can do, working within understanding what's under my control. I can work now. Everything becomes an opportunity to advance towards my goal. I know there's a quarter turn to the right, quarter turn to the right, quarter turn to the right. And what I'm doing now is I'm preparing to build myself on each one of those quarter turns. So as I step on this Stepmill, my movements become more articulate. I drive my feet, my heel through each step. I'm conscious of turning my feet 40 degrees from the center. And what I do is each time I put my foot down, I press my pelvis forward. Press my pelvis forward. I'm not just here. I'm not talking no. My steps are deliberate. Because what I'm doing is I'm focusing on the picture in my mind of what my glutes and my hamstrings will look like come game day. Game day doesn't start then. It doesn't start 5 minutes before you get on stage. It doesn't start when they tell you to go in the back and start pumping up. It starts now. When I was a kid, there was a television program that used to come on called Fame, The Real Fame, with Debbie Allen and a host of just really brilliant actors and actresses. I reflect on this in this moment because when it used to come on, the entry, there was a scene where Debbie Allen says, while she addresses a large audience of young actors and dancers, and she says, "You got big dreams? You want fame?" She said, "Well, fame costs." She said, "And right here is where you start paying for it with your sweat." I always found myself respond very, very well to that. There was like a quaking inside of my spirit because I felt like that really tapped into something for me. And now, here, in this moment, as I am preparing for my day, I'm willing to pay for it with my sweat. Each footfall, I still drive my heel into the step, conscious of flexing my glute and my hamstring. My glute and my hamstring. Somebody might say, "Hey Kai, we're gonna do a photo shoot this morning." I'm sorry, a video shoot. At the time, I was probably with ND before going to Flex Magazine. I thought, well, I know we gotta do footage, but I'm really not gonna be doing anything very interesting. I'm gonna be on the Stepmill. I got some cardio to do. If it was left up to me at the time, I would not have done it. But they forced me. So I said, okay, well, listen, I'm gonna be on the Stepmill. They said, okay, can you talk to the camera? At the time, I didn't even realize what that experience was helping me to do. At the time, I was frustrated, resentful, hated the fact that I had a contract that made me turn around and have to do something that I really didn't want to do because I wanted to focus. My training is mine. But as I set up the lights and turned the camera on, something happened. I began to talk and just share what was on my mind. I now realize, many years later, what the hell that was for. It was preparing me for this moment with all of you good people here. Another time I would not have known how I can try to share with you the thoughts of this champion that will help you possibly understand and better help to develop your own champion. But here we go, it's that moment for me. Now, I can raise up this, but whether the pace is high or low, my goals are still the same. I'm not going to do any of that pretty. I'm not doing anything pretty. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. Whether it's fast or slow, this is it. This is it. This is not just mine. There are other champions that have come before me that had to answer the same questions that I'm working to answer. They paid for it with their sweat. And if I listened, I was able to hear them give me an example. David Darth in 2000, David Darth, I think it was 90, 98, 99. He beat in the WWF, sorry, the WBF. It was the bodybuilding organization that broke away from the IFBB. They survived for 3 years. The reason why I bring it up is because he was this champion in the IFBB. He went on to the WBF, and he looked really, really, really awesome. They called him the rock and roll wild child. One year he came in this particularly amazing condition and asked him, what did he credit it to? He said, walking on a step mill for an hour a day. Walking on a step mill for an hour a day. I don't have to be a rocket scientist to imagine that, hey, look, if I'm working with the expectation of getting to a place like his condition, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to walk on a step mill. I'm going to become conscious about how I walk on a step. Why? Because there are other champions. Years ago, there was a gentleman that got on the stage. Not Terry Pastel. There's a gentleman, his name was, Renel Janvier. Yeah, Renel Janvier. Anybody remember him? No? Renel Janvier. Dude got on stage, and he took it a step further than what we saw when Rich Gaspari showed the whole world what cross-striated glutes look like. That was a new level of conditioning. Other guys would come along after him and take that to a new level. But the Venetian blind cross-striated glute stuff, I believe, the first time I got a chance to really see it was in the example of Renel Janvier. This dude stood on stage and he created this figure, this legendary pose that is from the rear, both knees are out, and he's flexing his glutes and his hamstring. Nothing here, but it was just something that was just amazing. I'm sharing with you the thoughts that are going on in my mind, but also, if you notice, my focus is still on what's going on in here. I'm replacing the picture of what I look like presently, the things that I know, and I'm focusing on, I'm supplementing it with, or substituting it with, my thoughts, the vision in my mind of where I want to go, the thing that I want to be. And I'm working with the faith that what I'm doing It's not in vain, but it is what is it? It is what's going to get me there. So my work is not in vain. I believe. All right, so we continue this. I'm not going to do this for an hour. But I am trying to show you a little bit more of what this is. It's not the pretty stuff that I see when the camera's on board, and when the camera's there, and you see the guy in little speedos standing there in like this incredible shape, and you're going, wow, or he pulls his pants down and you see this incredible cross-striated glutes for a candid shot, and you think, wow, that guy must be a mutant. Man, he must look like that all year round. His parents he must be a part of a horse, a new genetic breed. But in truth, it's not that. What you didn't know is that 6 years ago, before the camera came, he made a work on himself, just like in the same way I'm trying to show you. So now, off season, without all the lights, the glamour, it's you that there are humbler beginnings. There's another look that you don't get a chance to see. But when I see it, I have to fix my thoughts on what I want it to look like and not what it is. So in this moment, as I'm walking on the Stepmill, my glutes are cross-striated. My hamstrings are ripped ribbons. Even though the physical manifestations may not be visible for you to see, it's alive in my mind. And that is where I'm thinking. That's where my thoughts are. And I'm working on that the whole time. Not just when you see them on stage. Not just when the cameras come. Not 5 minutes before showtime. So the work is now. The work is now. Everything that you do, when you say, I am ready, when you say, I want, when you say that I want, you're saying that everything that comes into my life, good, bad, or indifferent, I will use it as an opportunity to advance me toward my goal. In that way, something as simple as just walking on the Stepmill becomes more than just walking on the Stepmill. It becomes an opportunity to fine-tune your thoughts, to fix your concentration, focus it on your goal, to gain an even sharper picture of what you want to be, where you're going. So once you've been finished doing this, you've had 20 minutes of doing just that. That's it. No phone calls, no friends, no questions that have come up that can present themselves as objections. The rent that wasn't paid, whatever the objections are, they're suspended for right now. Because my concentration is not on that. It's on this picture of what I want to be, where I'm going. I believe the man that is able to control his thinking is that much more likely to shape his reality to what he wants it to be. So with all that said, getting on the Stepmill, doing your cardio, it's not just a time to just going out to some blasted music, but it's an opportunity to focus on thinking, to refix my mind, to rock myself solidly on the path that I want to go. Wait a minute, where am I at? Well, I'm here. Why am I here? Because I'm trying to get here. What am I doing? I'm doing what I'm doing here. So it will bring me there. So we're focusing on now. And now I'm focused on what my goals are. That's why I'm doing this. So this is a concentration exercise. Your whole training session can become just that. And then later on, when you do have the music and the distractions are there, they don't have the same effect on you because your focus is sharper. You're master of controlling your thinking and being able to fix your thinking on what you want to think about. Does that make any sense? Yes? No? All right, I got 15 minutes here. I usually don't do more than 5 before I get on the floor. But as you can see, I've already started to sweat. I'm already breathing heavy. I'm not necessarily trying to dazzle anybody in the gym. Hey, look at me, I'm Where's my mind? Where's my mind? My mind is fixed on where I'm going. In the natural, people may not see where you're going. They may think you're just walking on the Stepmill to nowhere. Why are you doing that? Oh, that's nonsense. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any money. You need to do something that makes money. You find a reason, a larger purpose to be invested in something that you love that allows you to serve and do well by others. I think ultimately the money will come. Particularly as you gain proficiency with what you're doing, because you love to do it. You know? I tell my son to go to school too. I wouldn't tell him to just, hey, go get on Stepmill and just wild out. But by being clear about where you want to go, you're talking about having direction. And when you're able to recognize that everything that happens in your life now is to put you en route to getting where you're trying to go, then we're talking about making purposeful steps. So everything that you do is in purpose. This has a purpose. What's the benefit of this for me? Getting my glutes and my hamstrings down in condition. In condition. And if I start this far out, because I'm doing this now, the truth is, as I get closer to contest time, I'm that much more likely to be in the position I'm desiring to be. So this is the step. This is definitely that. Coming on 18 minutes. And under normal circumstances, there are times when it's a lot. I don't have it. Tired. May lose focus. May find myself many mornings. I found myself on the cardio equipment, doing Stepmill, flexing my glutes and hamstrings, and I'm exhausted. I'm so tired, I feel like I don't even care. I don't want to, why am I doing this? Why didn't I stay in school? Why didn't I choose another role? Why did I choose this? I must have been a fool. I can't do this. Damn, I made a mistake. Why do I make so many bad decisions? But I'm here. I said I'm going to do this and just going to try to finish with it. And I don't even care anymore. But you held on, and now you're just 19 minutes in, you only got less than a minute. You get my point? Discouragement may set in. But if you can stick it out, the end will come too. And you keep moving forward. Does that make any sense? So Stepmill is an opportunity to build your character. Character building is really the muscles that count. You know? Because everything else, you can get enough time, enough nutrition, enough rest. You're doing the work now. You're doing the work. The work is a demonstration of what's in here. Who are you? Why? What is your why? You understand? Yeah? So with that, now I'm stepping. I'm hot right now. I'm hot. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I know where I want to go. Go sidetrack for a second in my thinking, but I really get it together. That's right. Glutes and hamstring. Glutes and hamstring. Glutes and hamstring. I'm going to act like I know good etiquette and wipe this machine over there. Anybody, can you pass me the paper towel in this thing? You got to take time out for that for a second. But your focus is hot. Your focus is hot. So even this becomes an exercise. Exercise, staying focused. I'm not going to get cold while I'm doing it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to catch you. My steps. My steps are the purpose of thinking about still what I'm doing. Not what I'm trying to do, but what I'm doing. Somebody else may want to call me right now. Hey Kai, what's going on? Hey, you haven't called me in a long time. I wanna. I'm not going to be available with that phone call right now. Because even though outwardly you say that I'm just cleaning off this equipment, truth is I'm still in meditation mode. I'm still thinking about what my goals are. As I step, I'm flexing my glutes and my hamstrings. My thoughts are still committed. And it's not pretty in this moment because I'm sweating, and the truth is, if people weren't able to hear inside of my thoughts, they probably think, oh, this guy's crazy. He's crazy. I say this to share with you, though, the thoughts and the intensity of these thoughts. An athlete gives himself no other alternative but to do what it takes to get the big mark. So there's a kind of desperation that he's in touch with that the layperson may not be. When we say layperson, we're just talking about a person that is not there where you are right now. But you spent 20 minutes now flexing the glutes and the hamstrings. You spent 20 minutes now thinking about where you want to go, not where you are, where you want to go. You now have a relationship with that vision that is now closer at the heart. You have a stronger relationship with that right now than you do with the friend that's trying to call you and doesn't get you don't have your phone. You have a stronger relationship with this focus right now than you do with any of the other things that would otherwise be a distraction. Does that make any sense? So in that, armed with that, put on the whole armor of that, step now going to the next station. Make sense? This is my space. This is going to be my space. So how do you take a smack and smack down? All right, I'm going to smack. Start with my abs. But it's not my abs in the present. In my mind, the picture in my mind is the abs that exist in the future for me. Armed with that, I work in this moment now, working towards that. That's all my thoughts. So now, we're doing the basic health. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At this moment, I'm thinking about my transverse abdominals, not just my rectus abdominals, because I've just learned how to contract it and not my rectus abdominal. Very, very interesting. That's what I'm going to do. My mind is division of branch one. Muscle development coming. Do it side tricep. Straight with the most muscular pose on its own. It's a side abdominal. Stretch the bottom into the top, squeeze everything here. Bottom into the top, squeeze everything. Bottom into the top, squeeze everything. Everything. 2007, Stepmill Samurai. He was supposed to be the most conditioned man of the season that year. The kamikaze mission. He did like almost every pro show that season. I knew one day that was going to stay next to me, and one thing that I knew I wanted to do with it was this side shot. Just like this. It became a fixture. It was my day-to-day training. I prepared for that moment. The only difference between doing this as a pose on stage and actually working fixture a part of my routine is the fact that I have my clothing on when I do it in the gym floor. The opportunity did when they come. Very shortly after I saw it, just as I saw it in my mind. I stood on stage with Stepmill Samurai. He responded as if he wanted to a shot at me. I needed to turn to his side and saw this was my opportunity to get it together. The image that was on stage was the same that I had in my mind. At some point, even when the music is blasted and the things that go on around you, inside of my head is almost the same quiet that you hear right now. More focus, more time. Next thing you know, you can feel it. Really a good voice. Why do I do this first? Because sometimes, at the end of my training session, if I didn't start with the basics, you can give yourself 30 reasons why you won't do your abs. But I found that if I do my abs first, I'm more likely to also think about doing the necessary things that help me with my back and my core, which makes me now that much more likely to make my other movements more efficient, more controlled.